and she's very well cared for, and I don't know that we would have found that anywhere else. Sometimes I think right now they know my mom better than I do.
Local 3 News, coverage you can count on.
As we've been talking about our home improvement throughout the week, you've had a chance to think about putting new windows in your home or fixing the encapsulation in your crawl space, perhaps even buying some new furniture. But for an awful lot of people, a home improvement means making your home a lot more functional and comfortable for you to live in when it comes to mobility issues. So lucky for us, Rebecca Williams is on the show. She and her family have Chattanooga Mobility down on Dayton Boulevard. Good to see you.
You too.
I have walked the walk many a time where I have had to come in to say, Rebecca, I need something because of a surgery or something where I've needed that mobility benefit. But as we talk about aging in place, the things you're going to highlight today really can make or break it for somebody.
Yes, so if you are wanting to stay in your home rather than having to move to a facility or something like that, we have the stair lifts, which drill directly into your stairs. It can take you from one floor to the next, and you're able to stay at home and not have to sell or remodel your house at all. It's just that simple stair lift.
And then once you've done that, if there does come a point where you do decide to sell, it's just removable.
It is, absolutely, yes. And you can't even see where it's been in.
You know, you mentioned the idea of having to move to an independent living facility or even assisted living. I guess what's hard is spouses age at different paces.
Right.
So you've got one spouse who might be able to stay home and the other one who's having some issues. They don't want to be separated.
Right. Yeah, and this will definitely keep you there with your spouse for a lot longer.
Something else that it's one of those, why didn't they think of this years ago, creations are those chair lifts, right?
Yeah,
it's like
the recliner lift chairs, yeah. So it's just like a regular recliner. It'll go back, and so you can sleep in it, sit in it, but then it also is going to raise you to the standing position so that you don't have such a hard time trying to get up. But they also now have, there's heat in the chairs, there's adjustable lumbar, adjustable headrest, everything that you need in a chair, it's got it, plus more.
I would think too, I had never thought about this until we were talking this morning. I mean, the benefit of not having to be the one to hurt and push your way up is obvious. But I wonder if those make falls minimized.
Oh, definitely, yes, for the person and for the caregiver. Because a lot of times the caregiver will try to pull the person up and they end up getting injured as well. So it helps the patient and the caregiver or the spouse.
Typically, by their very design, are they going to be a little bit bigger of a chair?
They actually are not.
Really?
No, they're going to be exactly the same size as a recliner, and most of the time you can't even tell that it's a lift chair. Like, it just looks like a standard chair that you'd get anywhere else.
Okay, and then you're also doing the scooters.
Yes, so the scooters, I thought we'd talk about those because the fall festivals that are coming up.
Yeah.
They can get you anywhere you need to go outside, but they come apart into 4 pieces so you can pop it in your trunk and then get where you need to be.
Yeah, it's amazing how lightweight some of those scooters are.
Yeah.
If you think back to your baby stroller days when you dreaded going to the grocery store because you had to do that, it's really a lot simpler than a baby stroller now.
Yeah, it is. It's like, because it comes apart into the 4 pieces, you can just take it in there. The heaviest piece on a lot of them is only like 25 pounds.
Wow.
So mostly anybody can get them in and out.
And again, it depends on what your particular mobility need is, because some might be even lighter than that,
yes.
correct? Mm-hmm. So except for the stair lift, is everything else something that you can even rent from you, or are most things purchased?
Actually, all 3 of those you can rent from us.
Really?
You can rent the scooters, the lift chairs, and the stair lifts. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
So with the stair lift one, y'all would come in and do the work, is that right?
Yeah, we would come in and do the install, and it's mainly for people like if you've had surgery and you're only going to need it temporarily or something like that. That's when most people are going to rent those.
So is it damaging to the structure of the stairwell?
It's not at all. There's just some tiny little holes, and like when you take it out, especially if it's carpet, you can't even tell that it's been there. And then if it's hardwood, you can cover it up just a little bit with some wood putty.
Does it matter what type of stairwell? I mean, obviously a straight incline versus a landing.
You can do straight, you can do curve, you can do a split foyer. Basically any staircase can have one.
That also would mean that people could try it and see how they like it, and then if it does need to be long-term, then they can purchase one. Mm-hmm. Can they purchase it from you too?
Yes, yeah, rent, purchase, everything from us.
Wow. Okay, as long as I've got you here, this is not so much home improvement, but it does talk about what all you encompass under the one roof. Really, just like your name, Chattanooga Mobility, anything that is a mobility issue, you're going to have it.
Yes, anything to help make your life easier, basically. We have everything from cushions to bath equipment to jar openers, everything from the smallest up to the largest we have.
And when it comes to the lift chairs, am I saying that right? The
Yes.
lift chairs, you do have options. So when
Yes.
people come into the store, they can sit and try out the one that.
Yes, we've got a lot of them in the store, and we have them in stock as well, so you don't have to wait the new 12 to 18-week lead time that's happening all across the country. We keep a lot of them in stock.
Okay, that's important to point out. I'm so glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you too.
I haven't needed a wheelchair in a while, so I haven't seen you for a while. But you can find her. It's a family-run business. They will greet you with a smile. Love to see you if you go walking in. A Chattanooga Mobility on Dayton Boulevard. 875-3456 is their phone number. You're welcome to call them. They'll walk you through. And also something we did not mention, often insurance kicks in for things like this, right?
Well, actually with us, we are retail only, so
Okay.
we're here to help you with the things that insurance isn't going to cover or that you don't qualify for through insurance.
Okay. ChattanoogaMobility.com. She will answer all of your questions. So good to see you.
You too.
Do you think they need to bring them to us on like a fancy tray, like
I think like a platter.
we need a maitre d'?
Yes, Joffrey, I'll take another, please. Sonic Chop House Cheeseburger.
Heavy on the chop house, please.
An aioli.
You guys ready?
Longtime rivals. Could make this a short competition.
Perks of being a wallflower.
Vertical.
Bay of Bengal.
Mother Goose.
Hanukkah.
AB.
You knew that, right?
Of course.
Capital One College Bowl tonight on NBC and